Test 1, 2. Test. You want me to say something, or are we going? Or okay. Okay. I mean, can you hear, or you're just waiting to get? Okay. Okay. 9-5 your score. 3:13 to play. Quarter number 1. Broncos lead it by 5 over the Elwood Lady Panthers. Broncos in a 1-3-1 half-court pressure as we're going to get a travel call against Booker. Turnover Elwood, I should say, gives the ball back to the Broncos. As we had some technical difficulties here to get started. Ashton Craig now with it across the timeline for Daleville. Working against man-to-man pressure. Goes high right side to Malia Walker. Walker, backdoor cut to Heather Powler's up and good. Makes it an 11-5 Bronco lead. Up with it now for Elwood. Quickly, you got Booker, and Booker's got a knee to the thigh there from Heather Powler. Daleville foul. It'll be Panther basketball in front of the scorer's table. Booker triggers the ball on bounds to Todd. Todd goes inside to Reuter, has it knocked away. We've got a whistle, jump ball call. Possession arrow in favor of the Broncos. Walker gets the ball into Craig, gives it back to Mackenzie Walker. Walker working against pressure from Crawford. Drives right wing, looking. Reverse it. Top of the key, Craig, three-pointers up, too strong, rebound loose, and pulled off there by Taylor of Elwood. We got a whistle, another foul against the Lady Broncos. Goes against Pollard. That's her second, so she'll sit down. And in the lineup for the first time this evening will be Ellie Hostetler. Booker triggers the ball in bounds for the Panthers, gets the ball into Crawford. Crawford goes high right side to Taylor. Taylor working against the pressure, reverses it to Booker, goes down inside, then kick it back outside to Taylor. Taylor's three-pointer right wing's too strong. Rebound pulled off by Crawford, who puts it back up in and scores. Trims the Bronco lead to 4. 2 minutes to play here, quarter number 1. Daleville leads at 11-7. Ashton Craig brings the ball across the timeline for Daleville. She penetrates into the lane, puts up a little runner. It is too strong, loose, and fought for, cleared off by Todd of Elwood. She gets it up to Taylor. Taylor's layup is no good. Rebounds pulled off there by Crawford. She puts it up no good. Finally cleared off by Voss of Daleville, and we're going to get a jump ball call as Reuter tied her up. So possession arrow points in favor of Elwood, so they'll have the ball out underneath their own basket. Booker looking, triggers the ball inbounds to Taylor, goes high right side now to Crawford. Crawford goes right wing to Taylor. Taylor goes high post to Crawford, has it knocked away. They're going to get Audrey Voss on a foul, I believe. That's her second foul. And team's 5th of the half. Booker triggers the ball inbounds for Elwood. Knocked away, loose on the court, finally picked up by Todd of Elwood. They go down left baseline to Booker. Booker looking, goes mid-post to Crawford, kicks it out on top. 3-pointers on the way by Todd. It's too strong. Rebound pulled off by Audrey Voss. Voss now gives it off to Ashlyn Craig. Craig across the timeline, penetrates into the lane, goes left side to Malia Walker. Walker on the dribble, loses it, stolen away by Taylor. Taylor takes it the length of the court, puts up a runner. It is up and good. It makes it an 11-9 contest here with just 1 minute to play here in quarter number 1. Craig across the timeline for the Broncos slowly. Goes high left side to Walker. Walker left wing to Hostetler. Too strong a pass. Loose, picked up by Hostetler. Gives it back to Voss. Voss works around the perimeter to Walker. And we got it. She drives, and we got a foul called against Elwood's Crawford, and that's her first, team's fifth. So Walker will trigger the ball in bounds. We've got substitution. Back into the lineup for Elwood is Kelsey Reuter. And Daleville triggers the ball in bounds. Craig with it high right side. Tries to go back down on the baseline to Walker, but it's knocked out of bounds. Broncos will have it in front of the Elwood bench. 39 seconds to play here, quarter number one. Craig looking. Goes down inside to Voss on the inbounds pass. Her turnaround jump shot's up, no good. Rebound loose, fought for, cleared off by Taylor of Elwood. She gives it off to Crawford. Now high left side it goes. And they go down inside to Crawford. Her turnaround jump shot in the lane's no good. Rebound's cleared off there by Craig, but it's stolen away or by Scott, but it's stolen away by the Broncos. And Malia Walker now has it left wing, skips it across to Ashton Craig. Her three-pointers off the front iron, no good. Rebound loose, fought for, finally cleared off by Todd of Elwood. Todd across the timeline now. Goes down on the left baseline. That comes back to Todd. Todd's three-pointer at the horn's too strong, and that's going to do it for quarter number one as the Broncos hold a slim 11-9 first quarter lead. And with that, we'll take a break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. The Lady Broncos of Daleville hold a 2-point lead over the Lady Panthers of Elwood at the end of one quarter to play, 11-9. Broncos, both teams actually ran out of the lineup. It'll be Lady Panther basketball on the near side. Correction, will be Bronco basketball. As Mackenzie Walker will trigger it inbounds. She gets it into Ashlyn Craig. Craig working against pressure from Todd of Elwood. Goes high right side to Mackenzie Walker. Walker right wing looking, uses the ball screen. Give and goes, gives it back to Voss. Voss puts it up, the rims in and out, no good. But she's bumped on the shot attempt, so Audrey Voss will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul goes against Sydney Scott of Elwood. That's her first, team 6th. Audrey Voss readies her first free throw. It's up and good. Heather Powell re-enters the lineup, replacing Ellie Hostetler. Voss readies her second free throw. That one's up too strong. Rebound cleared off by Elwood. Crawford comes with it across the timeline, gets it, tries to get it up ahead to Todd, but it goes out of bounds. Turnover. Elwood gives the ball back over to the Lady Broncos. Mackenzie Walker will bring it up this time. 12-9 your score. Broncos lead it by 3. 7.5 minutes to go, quarter number 2. Walker tries to go to Malia in the high post. It's knocked away. Mackenzie with it again now between the circles, penetrates into the lane, bounce pass across the lane to Voss. Is up. Their little layup is up and good. Makes it a 14-9 Bronco lead. Booker across the timeline for Elwood. Has it knocked away, stolen away. Up with it is Craig. She passes it up ahead to Potler, who lays it in and scores. Makes it a 16-9 Bronco lead. And with that, Elwood wants a timeout. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School. The Lady Broncos hold a 7-point lead, 16-9, 7:08 to play, quarter number 1. Broncos look to be picking up just beyond half court in their 1-2-1-1 3/4 court press as they force a turnover. Voss with it for Daleville, gets it up to Mackenzie Walker. Walker bounce pass across the lane to Powler, who puts up a layup. No good. Rebound cleared off by Elwood. Up with it quickly. They go right baseline. Taylor's three-pointer is up and off the front iron. No good. Rebound's pulled off by Crawford. She puts it up. No good. Rebound's loose and fought for. Finally put back up by Booker. She scores it, and that makes it 16-11. Broncos still hold on to a 5-point lead. Craig with it now. Penetrates into the lane, goes left side to Powler. Powler's three-pointer left wing is up and good. Bumps the lead back up to 8, 19-11. Booker across the timeline with it, and she has it stolen away by Powler. Powler gets it up to Craig. Craig, her layup is up and good. Makes it a 21-11 contest. Broncos open up a 10-point lead. Crawford with it now for Elwood. Gets it to Booker. Booker down the right baseline to Taylor. Back out to Crawford. Crawford gets it across to Booker, but it goes off her fingertips and out of bounds. Turnover Elwood. Gives the ball back over the Broncos as Mackenzie Walker will trigger the ball in bounds for Daleville in front of the scorer's table. Crawford sits down for Elwood. Ran in the lineup for the Lady Panthers is Todd. Walker triggers the ball in bounds to Craig. She goes high post to Walker. Walker looking. Finally gets it to her sisters. Mackenzie's three-pointer's too strong. Block out there by Elwood, and off with the rebound for the Lady Panthers is level. They get it up to Booker. Booker drives the right baseline, loses it out of bounds. They say last touch by Daleville. Booker will trigger the ball and bounds underneath her own basket for Elwood. She's looking, goes far right side to Todd. Todd drives the left baseline, tries to pass it inside, but it's stolen away by Daleville. They get it up quickly to Potler, but it goes over Potler's head. Mackenzie Walker, a little bit too ambitious on that pass, led Potler too much, goes out of bounds, turnover Broncos. Gives the ball back over to the Lady Panthers. Booker triggers the ball in bounds to Crosby. Crosby into Level. Looking on the dribble, tries to go down inside to Booker. Her turnaround jump shot's no good. Rebound loose and fought for. Out of bounds. They say last touch by Audrey Voss. So the Panthers will retain possession. They'll take it out of bounds underneath their own basket. Booker looking. Triggers the ball inbounds under the basket to Crosby, who misses, but she's fouled hard. So Lexi Crosby will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws for Elwood and try to cut into this Bronco 10-point lead. Foul goes against Ashton Craig. That is her first, team's 6th of the half. First free throw by Crosby's up, no good. Crosby readies her second free throw. This one's up and good, makes it a 21-12 contest. Craig walks it up slowly for Daleville. She drives right wing, looking. Reverses the ball to Mackenzie Walker. Walker has it knocked away. She picks it back up, being pressured. Finally, it's stolen away by Todd. Todd, left side, drives the left baseline, kicks it back out on top to Crosby. Crosby jump shots, kicks it out to Level, who penetrates into the lane and puts up a shot. It's no good, but she's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws, as she was fouled. And fouled by Audrey Voss. And that is her 3rd foul. As we still have 4:52 to go in quarter number 2. And Audrey's going to sit down as to the scorer's table goes Allen. First free throw by Level is no good. So Hannah Allen will replace Audrey Voss in the Bronco lineup as Audrey sits down with 3 fouls. Second free throw by Level is too hard. Loose on the floor, picked up by Allen of Daleville. She gives it off to Walker. Mackenzie across the timeline being pressured by Todd. Mackenzie now on the dribble. Goes high left side to Powler. Powler drives left baseline, backs it back out. Gives it to tries to pass to Belia Walker, but it's stolen away by Booker, and we got a whistle. And they say that Booker stepped on the sideline, so Broncos will have it on possession of the basketball near side here in front of the Bronco cheering section. Substitution now. Todd sits down, replacing Todd in the lineup will be Jaylee Crawford. Walker triggers the ball and bounds to Craig. Craig between leg dribble goes to Potler on the left wing. We got a whistle. We got a foul away from the basketball against the Broncos. Gives the ball back over to Elwood. And that foul goes against Malia Walker. It's her first, team's 8th. Broncos in three-quarter pressure. Elwood gets it up quickly. Down inside it goes to basketball was by level. Makes it a 21-14 game. Craig with it now. They work it around the perimeter. Potler left wing. Craig now goes between the baskets between the circles to Allen. Allen now high right side to Walker. Walker goes down inside, tries to go down inside to Potler, but Potler loses it out of bounds. Turnover Broncos. So Elwood now has a chance to cut into this lead even more. Broncos had to lead it by as many as 10 down to 7. Broncos picked up three-quarter court pressure, two-thirds court, I should say. And across the timeline for Elwood, they go down inside. With it now is Reuter. Reuter kicks it out on top to Booker. Booker's three-pointer's too strong. Rebound cleared off by Potler of Daleville. Potler gives it off to Ashton Craig. 3:40 to play, quarter number 2. Craig now, high right side. Goes high left side to Potler. Potler working against pressure. Uses the ball screen, penetrates, backs it out. Step back three-pointer by Potler's up. No good. Rebound loose and fought for. Picked up by, who's it going to be? Broncos go to the floor. We got a whistle and a foul against Elwood. Wasn't sure what the call was going to be there. The foul goes against Kelsey Reuter. That's her second. Walker will go to the line. McKenzie. She'll shoot the one bonus. First one's up and good. She raises her second free throw. That one's off the iron, no good. Loose ball fought for. Finally picked up by Allen, but it's knocked away again. We got a whistle and a timeout. So the Broncos presumably will retain possession there. And scores 22-14. Broncos lead it by 8. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. It's going to be Lady Bronco basketball out underneath their own basket. Mackenzie Walker will trigger the ball in bounds for Daleville. Walker gets the ball into Malia, reverses around to Craig. Craig now high right side, looking. Still on the dribble, penetrates, puts up a runner, off the glass and good. Ashton Craig knocks one down, makes it a 24-14 Bronco lead. Up with it quickly for Elwood. They go top of the key to Booker. Booker goes high right side, three-pointer on the way. Is too strong by Level, and we got a whistle. Foul against Elwood on the rebound. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. Craig across the timeline for Daleville. Penetrates, spin dribble in the lane. Goes right side to Mackenzie Walker. Her three-pointer's up and good. Mackenzie Walker buries a three, puts the Broncos up by 13. Elwood up with it quickly. Crawford drives the lane, has it knocked away. We're going to get a reach-in foul against Daleville. And that is going to go against Mackenzie Walker. That's her second. Team's ninth. So Crawford goes to the line to shoot the one and bonus. First one's off the backboard, no good. Say did not even touch the rim, so it'll be Bronco basketball out underneath the basket. They'll go the length of the floor. Walker triggers the ball inbounds to Craig. Craig now between the circles, goes high post to Powler. Powler looking, reverses it to Craig. Craig shot fakes, or that's Walker shot fakes, penetrates in the lane, puts up a runner. It's no good. Rebound's cleared off by Booker of Elwood. Gives it off to Crosby. They go high right side to Level. Level drug a pivot foot as she drove to the lane. Turnover, Elwood gives the ball back over to Daleville. 27-14 your score. Broncos lead it by 13. 2 minutes to play here, quarter number 2. Craig with it across the timeline. She's being pressured there by Crosby. Craig goes right wing. Behind the back dribble, picks up her dribble and got a whistle. 3 second call goes against Malia Walker. Don't see very many of those called, but we get one this time. Turnover, Daleville gives the ball back over to Elwood. Across the timeline with it is Crawford. Crawford goes high left side to Crosby. Crosby back to Crawford in the lane. Kicks it out. There's a three-pointer on the way. It's too strong. Rebound cleared off by Level. Level reverses it around. Jump shot in the lane by Frazier is up. No good. Rebound cleared off by Walker of Daleville. She gets it up to Powler. Powler's layup's up and good. Gives Daleville a 29-14 lead. They open up a 15-point lead. Up with it quickly for Elwood. They get it up to Level, who loses it out of bounds. They say last touch by Daleville. So it'll be Elwood's basketball out underneath their own basket as Level sits down. Back into the lineup is Taylor. Booker will trigger the ball in bounds. They go down inside to Reuter, but she has it knocked away, but she's fouled. She's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws as Daleville now is in the double bonus. That foul goes against Allen, although the scoreboard says number 3, but it goes against Allen. It's her first, team's 10th. First free throw is up and too strong there by Reuter. Kelsey Reuter readies her second free throw. It is up, too strong off the back iron. Rebound cleared off by Malia Walker. Walker gives the ball to Ashton Craig. Craig across the timeline. Still on the dribble. Goes high left side to Powler. Powler drives the left baseline, puts up a layup. It is around the rim and good. Puts Daleville up by 17 at the 1 minute mark here of quarter number 2. Crawford tries to reverse it to Booker, but it goes off her hands and out of bounds. Another turnover by Elwood. As we've got substitution, Scott re-enters the lineup for Elwood, as does Courtney Todd. And with that, Elwood wants a timeout. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School where the Lady Broncos have opened up a 17-point lead over the Elwood Lady Panthers with 54.6 seconds to play here in quarter number 2. Mackenzie Walker triggers the ball inbounds to Ashlyn Craig. Craig now dribbles right wing. Looks to reverse it to Walker. Walker penetrates, kicks it off to her sister. Little 12, 15-foot jump shots up, no good. Rebound cleared off by Booker of Elwood. She gets it off to Todd. Todd now between the circles goes high left side to Crosby. Crosby back to Todd. Todd reverses it over to Taylor. Taylor shot fakes, penetrates, 15-foot jump shot at the elbow. Elbow is short, goes out of bounds, saved by Elwood. But she saves it inbounds to Allen of Daleville, who gives it off to Craig. 15 seconds to play here, quarter number 2. Craig between the circles. Tries to go high post to Power, but it's stolen away, and up with it for Elwood is Booker, who knocks down the layup with 5 seconds to play. Broncos get the ball and bounce to Craig. 2 seconds, 1 second. She puts up a 35-footer. It's too strong, and that's going to do it for half number 1. Broncos lead at 31-16. We'll take a break, and hopefully be back with some halftime numbers. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School where the Lady Broncos hold a 31-15 lead at halftime. And we'll look at some individual scorings first for the visiting Elwood Lady Panthers. Number 22, Kelsey Reuter, had one 2-point field goal for 2 points. That 2-point field goal coming in the first quarter. Number 12, Emily Booker, had 2 2-point field goals in the second quarter for 4 points. Jaylee Crawford had 2 2-point field goals, so she also has 4 points. And Claudia Level had 1 2-point field goal, was 1 of 2 from the line for 3 points. Number 23, Sherry Taylor, had 1 2-point field goal for 2 points. And number 25, Lexi Crosby, was 1 for 2 from the line for 1 point. So the Lady Panthers were led in scoring by the 4 points of Emily Booker and also the 4 points of Jaylee Crawford. As we look at the Lady Broncos, they were led in scoring there in the first half by Heather Potler. She had 7 2-point field goals, 1 3-point field goal, and she was 3 of 3 from the line. For 20 first half points. That took me a minute to add that up, but if my numbers are my addition is correct there, I believe she had 20 first half points. Mackenzie Walker had 1 3-point field goal, was 1 of 2 from the line for 4 points. Ashton Craig had 2 2-point field goals for 4 points. Audrey Voss had 1 2-point field goal, was 1 of 2 from the line for 3 points. So Potler had 20. Walker, 4. Mackenzie Walker had 4. Ashton Craig had 4. And Audrey Voss had 3 for Daleville. And that rounds up this first half scoring. We'll take another break and be back with second half action. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, the Broncos hold a 31-16 lead at halftime. Looking at the score by quarters, Daleville had held an 11-9 lead at the end of the first quarter and then put up 20 points in quarter number 2 to Elwood's 7 to give the Broncos that 15-point lead of 31-16. And as we talked about, the story in in half number 1 of the Broncos is the 20 first half points by Heather Potler. Just about 3 minutes to go before the second half starts. We'll take another short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School. The Daleville Lady Broncos hold a 31-16 lead over the visiting Elwood Lady Panthers. At halftime, we're just about ready to get things started here in the third quarter of play. Broncos go back with Voss, Potler, Mackenzie Walker, Ashlyn Craig, and Emmy Isom will start the quarter number 3. And the Panthers go back with Booker, Crawford, Level, Todd, and Reuter. Booker triggers the ball in bounds. She goes to Crawford. Crawford goes high near side to Level. Level working against pressure, drives left baseline, puts up a runner. It is up, no good. Rebound fought for, put back up by Elwood. Rebound finally cleared off by Potler of Daleville. She gives it off to Mackenzie Walker. Walker now high right side. She centers it. Still on the dribble. Backs it back out, goes high left side to Craig, goes down the baseline to Potler. Potler drives the left baseline, pulls up, and they say that she stepped on the baseline. Turnover Broncos. Gives the ball back over to Elwood. Booker triggers the ball in bounds to Crawford. Crawford goes back to Booker in the lane, puts up a runner. It's no good. Rebound's loose, but they're going to get a foul. Booker's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And that foul will go against Emmy Isom. That's her first. Booker readies her first free throw. It's up and good. Booker's second free throw rattles around, finally falls in, makes it a 31-18 Bronco lead. Craig with it now for Daleville, across the timeline. Working against man-to-man defense from Elwood. Goes left baseline to Potler, back to Craig. Craig penetrates into the circle, kicks it back out to Walker. Walker 40 feet straight away from the basket. Mackenzie now to Craig. Craig high right side. Spots up, shoots a three-pointer. It's off the back iron, loose, fought for in the court. Finally, Elwood comes up with it. It's Crawford. Crawford goes the length of the court, puts up a layup. It is up, no good. Rebound loose. Fought for on the floor now. We got a whistle. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball call. Possession arrow points in the direction of Daleville. Craig brings it up slowly. Now to Walker, high right side. Goes right baseline to Isom, back to Walker. Walker goes down, tries to go down inside to Potler, but it's stolen away by Elwood. Up with it quickly is Booker. Booker's layup in the lane's up and good, and she's going to go to the line to shoot a free throw. Trims the Bronco lead to 11. Booker can make it 10 if she can convert here. Booker's free throws up and good. Makes it a 31-21 contest. Elwood pulls back within 10. Craig triggers the ball and bounce to Mackenzie Walker. Elwood in a 1-3-1 zone defense. Craig goes right baseline to Isom. Isom's three-pointer is up. Rattles around, no good. Rebound pulled off by Elwood. With it now for the Lady Panthers is Crawford. Crawford now being pressured by Potler. Tries to go down the baseline on the pass, but it's stolen away by Walker. Walker, jump stop in the lane, is tied up. Whistle. We got a jump ball call. Gives the ball back over to Elwood with the possession arrow. Booker will trigger the ball inbounds for the Lady Panthers. Broncos set up in a 1-2-2 or 1-2-1-1 half court press. Down to the baseline goes Elwood. They get it to Todd. Todd's tied up. Whistle. Turnover. Actually, jump ball call, gives the ball back over to Daleville. Broncos looking to bump that lead back up to where it was as many as 15. Craig with it across the timeline. Broncos lead it by just 10 now. Walker goes down left baseline to Potler. Potler drives that baseline, thinks better of it, gives it back to Walker. Walker gives it back to Potler. Potler's jump shot, 15-footer left side's too strong. Rebound pulled off by Isom. Isom gets it back out to Craig. Craig now to Potler, now to Walker. Walker's three-pointer straight away is too strong. Rebounds cleared off by Level of Elwood. Level gives the ball off to Todd. Todd tries to get it up to Crawford, but it's knocked out of bounds. Panthers will maintain possession. They'll have the ball out of bounds in front of their own bench. 31-21 your score. 5:17 to play here, quarter number 3. Panthers try to go down inside, but it's knocked away. Isom with it for Daleville up quickly. Has it knocked away. Picked up by Crawford of Elwood. Crawford now working against pressure from Powell. Penetrates into the lane. Jump shots. 15-foot straightaways up and good. Makes it a 31-23 contest. Panthers trim the Bronco lead to 8 is worth the 5-minute mark of quarter number 3. Walker now goes right baseline to Isom, but they have it stolen away. And it's loose on the court, nearly stolen back by Daleville. We got a whistle. Timeout by Daleville. So apparently Daleville is going to maintain possession here. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Ball was loose on the court. Daleville called a timeout to maintain possession. Correction, Elwood called a timeout. I thought that looked right, but I wasn't sure. Elwood triggers the ball in bounds. Three-pointer left baseline is up and good by Level. Makes it a 31-26 contest. Elwood pulls back within 5. They're in that 1-3-1 half-court defense still. Walker goes right baseline to Isom, back to Walker. Skips it across to Craig. Craig's three-pointer straightaway is too strong. Rebound loose and fought for. Finally picked up by Craig. We're going to get a whistle and a reach-in foul against Elwood. That's going to go against Level, I believe. And that's Level's third as Malia Walker re-enters the lineup for Daleville. She'll trigger the ball in bounds. Correction, McKenzie will trigger it in from under the basket. Tries to go inside to Pollard, but it's stolen away by Booker of Elwood. Booker up with it. Gets it up quickly to turnaround jump shot in the lane is by Reuters up, no good. Rebound cleared off by Voss, but she's tied up. Panthers will retain possession on the possession arrow. Booker will trigger the ball in bounds for Elwood. They've trimmed the Bronco lead to 5. Booker finally gets the ball in bounds, but it's knocked away. She tried to get that ball back into Crawford, but Craig knocked it out of bounds. Booker will trigger the ball in bounds for Elwood in front of their own bench. Triggers it into the backcourt to Crawford. Crawford working against pressure from Powell. Goes high left side with it to Todd. They reverse it around the perimeter. Level's got it. We got a whistle. They say Level drug her pivot foot while she was looking to make the pass there at the right wing. Turnover Elwood. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. 4:03 to play, quarter number 3. Walker triggers it inbounds to Craig. Craig now on the dribble. Tries to go down inside to Voss, but it's stolen away by Elwood. Now it's knocked loose on the court. We get another jump ball call. Gives the ball back over to Daleville. Walker triggers the ball in bounds to Craig. Craig high right side. Elwood still in that 1-3-1. Gets to Malia Walker high left side down on the baseline to Pollard. Pollard's three-pointers up and good. Bumps the Daleville lead back up to 8. 34-26. 3:35 to play here, quarter number 3. Elwood up with it quickly. Jump shot is up by Todd. No good. Rebound cleared off by Pollard of Daleville. Pollard takes it the length of the court, puts up a layup. It's no good. Rebounds finally cleared off by Reuter. Reuter gives the ball off to Todd. They go down inside to Booker. Booker's shot near the right side of the lane is no good, but she's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. The foul goes against Audrey Voss, and that's her 4th. So that'll bring Allen back into the lineup. The free throw there by Booker is up and good. So Hannah Allen re-enters the lineup for Daleville. We had substitutions there for Elwood as well. Scott re-entered the lineup. That was one of the substitutions. Booker's ready her next free throw. It is up and good. Also in the lineup for Elwood is Taylor. Craig with it for Daleville. Elwood extends that 1-3-1 half-court defense. Walker with it now high right side. Looking, gets it back to Craig. Craig tries to go down on the baseline to Power, but it's stolen away by Booker. Booker gets it up to Taylor. Taylor's shot is up and good, but I think they had a foul before the shot. Foul goes against Ashlyn Craig. That's her second. She'll sit down as Isom re-enters the lineup. Booker will trigger the ball and bounce for Elwood underneath her own basket. She looks, finally gets it into Taylor. Taylor's three-pointer, high left side's off the front iron, no good rebound. Finally cleared off by Craig, or by Walker, I should say. Mackenzie Walker with it across the timeline. Crossover dribble, in traffic, goes down the baseline to Powler. Powler's three-pointer's up and good. Puts Daleville back up on top by 9, 37-28, 2:40 to play here, quarter number 3. Booker goes high right side. Now they go down inside to Scott. Back to Booker. Booker's three-pointer straight away is no good. Rebound cleared off by Powler of Daleville. Heather with it. Brings it up herself across the timeline. Thinks about it. Goes to Isom. Now that goes down inside to Allen. And we're going to get over the back foul against Scott of Elwood. That's her second. Team second. Be Bronco basketball. They get the ball inside to Potter, who puts it up and scores. Makes it a 39-28 game. So Broncos have bumped that lead back up to 11. 2:15 to play here, quarter number 3. Elwood with it near side. Taylor with it. Goes right baseline to Level. Level's three-pointers off the front iron. No good. Rebound's pulled off by Booker. She puts it back up. No good. Rebound fought far. Finally pulled off by Malia Walker. Gets it off to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, runner in the lane, is up and good. Puts Daleville back up on top by 13. 41-28 at the 150 mark of quarter number 3. Scott with it. Gives it to Booker. Booker's three-pointer right side is in and out. No good. Rebound cleared off by Allen of Daleville. She tries to get the ball out to Isom, but Isom can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. Turnover. Daleville gives the ball back over to Elwood. Crawford re-enters the lineup for Elwood. Booker triggers the ball in front of the Elwood bench, triggers it into Crawford. Crawford penetrates into the lane. Her layup is up and good. No defense there by Daleville on that particular possession. Allows Elwood to trim the lead back down to 11. Minute 30 to play here, quarter number 3. Walker working against that 1-3-1 defense. Penetrates into the lane, puts up a runner. It's no good, but they're going to get a blocking foul against Todd of Elwood. So it'll be Bronco basketball underneath their own basket. It's Todd's first foul, just Elwood's third of the half. Walker triggers the ball inbounds to Malia. Malia puts it up, no good. Rebound cleared off there by Crawford of Elwood. Crawford brings it up herself, has it knocked away and stolen away momentarily. Now it's loose from the floor, picked back up by Elwood. They go down on the baseline to Booker. Booker's 5-foot jump shot right side, in and out, no good. Rebounds fought for him. We got a whistle and jump ball call. Elwood will retain possession. 41-30 your score. 1:06 to play here, quarter number 3. Broncos lead it by 11. Booker triggers the ball in bounds. Gets it inbounds to Crawford, whose layup's up, no good. Rebound cleared off by Powler of Daleville. She brings it across the timeline herself, but promptly loses it out of bounds right in front of the scorer's table. Turnover. Daleville gives the ball back over to Elwood. 58 seconds to play here, quarter number 3. Booker triggers the ball inbounds to Crawford. Daleville in the 1-2-1-1 half-court defense. Three-pointer by Taylor's off. Baseline is off the front iron, no good. Rebound cleared off by Walker. She gets it up quickly to Powler. Powler's layup is up and no good, but she's fouled. So Heather will go to the line with 43.8 seconds to play here with a chance to extend the Daleville lead. That foul goes against Courtney Todd. It's her second, team's fourth. Heather's first free throw, up and good. Lexi Crosby enters the lineup for Elwood, replacing Sherry Taylor. Potler's second free throw, rattles around and falls in, makes it a 43-30 Bronco lead at the 42nd mark of quarter number 3. Crawford goes right baseline to Todd, back to Crawford, works around the perimeter. Booker, who loses it, saved, but they save it back inbounds to Walker of Daleville. Her 5 3-footer in the lane's up and good, makes it a 45-30 Daleville lead as we near the 22nd mark. Up with it quickly for Elwood is Crosby. They get it back out to Crawford. Crawford penetrates in the lane, tries to dump it off down inside to Todd. We got a whistle and a foul against Daleville. It'll be Elwood basketball underneath their own basket. They trigger the ball in bounds to Crosby, but it's blocked away, loose on the court. Daleville had it, but now we get they tie up Potler. It was Crawford that tied up Potler, so we got a jump ball call. Broncos maintain possession. They lead it by 15 with 10.9 seconds to play in the third quarter. Walker. McKenzie triggers the ball into Isom. Isom being pressured between the circles, 8 seconds. Walker between the circles, down to 4. Goes right baseline to Potler. Potler's 15-footer right baseline is partially blocked, and that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Daleville leads it by the score of 45-30. We'll take a break. You're listening to Daleville Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, the Broncos held a 15-point lead at halftime. They maintained that 15-point lead as both teams scored 14 points in the quarter there. Now Elwood actually had it down to, I believe, as few as 5, and then the Broncos were able to bump the lead back up to 15 before the end of the quarter. It's going to be Elwood basketball on the near side. Booker will trigger the ball in bounds. She'll look to get it into Crawford. Elwood also comes back with Scott, Crosby, and Todd. They get the ball in bounds to Crosby. Crosby gives it back to Booker, loses it momentarily, gives it off to Crawford, high right side. Goes down inside to Booker. Booker, turnaround jump shot in the lane's blocked. Rebound cleared off by Voss of Daleville, gives it off to Mackenzie Walker. Walker across the timeline, takes it to length, puts up a runner in the lane. It's no good, but they're going to get her on a charging foul. Gives the ball back over to Elwood. That's Mackenzie's 4th foul, so she's going to have to be careful because we've got nearly an entire quarter to play. Elwood gets the ball in bounds. They get it in, and there's a runner, and the lane is put up. It's no good. We got a jump ball call. That was Todd that missed the shot, and on the rebound, Voss was tied up. Broncos will have possession of the basketball as the possession arrow was pointing in their favor. Mackenzie Walker across the timeline with it. Goes high left side to Emmy Isom. Isom now back to Walker on the near side. Walker penetrates into the lane, goes down inside to Potler, who misses a layup. Rebounds loose on the court and picked up by Elwood. We're going to get a foul against Daleville. And that foul goes against Mackenzie Walker, and that is her 5th foul. So Ashlyn Craig will enter the lineup. Mackenzie sits down with 5 fouls, 7:21 to play in the ball game. So the Broncos will have to go the rest of the way without one of their starting guards. Broncos pick up in three-quarter court pressure, and that's the 7th team foul. So Elwood will go to the line to shoot the bonus. And it will be Jaylee Crawford. She readies her first free throw. It's up off the back iron, no good. Rebound loose and fought forward, picked up by Ashlyn Craig. Craig being pressured in the backcourt, gives it to Malia Walker. Malia brings it up across the timeline, gives it back to Craig, but it's stolen away, loose on the court. Malia picks it up, tries to get it back to Ashlyn, but it's loose and picked up by Elwood. And in the lane is Booker, who scores. And with that basket, Elwood wants a timeout. With that, we'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. (45-32) your score. Broncos lead it by 13, 7:02 to play, quarter number 4. And as I suspected, Elwood goes into some full court pressure. Man-to-man full court pressure. Walker will trigger the ball and bounce to Craig. Craig trapped in the backcourt, and we've got a whistle and a turnover as Craig dribbled the ball on the sideline. Gives the ball back to Elwood as I try to cut into this 13-point Daleville lead. 6:58 to play. Crawford with it for Elwood, goes left wing, and they go down inside to Crosby, who puts it up and has it blocked away. Now it's loose on the floor, picked up by Powler. Powler across the timeline for Daleville. She's going to take it nearly the length of the floor, gets it back out to Ashlyn Craig. High right side. Now she dribbles centers it. Craig being guarded by Crosby. We got a whistle on a 5-second call. Turnover Daleville, gives the ball back over to Elwood. Booker triggers the ball and bounces to Crawford. Tries to go high post, but throws it away. Up with it for Daleville's Powler. Powler's going to take it the length of the court and put it up a shot. It's no good, but she's fouled. So Heather will go to the line to shoot 2. We'll see who that foul goes against. That's going to go against Crawford. That's her second, team's 5th. So Powler readies her for a free throw. It's up and good. Heather readies her second. It's also good. Makes it a 47-32 Bronco lead. Crawford with it now for Elwood. High right side. Now she centers it. Goes near side here to Crosby. Crosby now skips it across to Booker. Booker's three-pointer up off the back iron. No good. Loose and fought for. Finally picked up by Pollard, but she's tied up. Possession arrow gives it to Elwood. 6:12 to play. Broncos lead it by 15. Booker looking, goes down inside to Crosby. Her layup's no good. It's put back up, and that is finished there by Kelsey Reuter. Makes it a 47-34 game as Elwood picks up the full court pressure. Powler gives it off to Craig. Craig now across the timeline, penetrates, goes down left baseline to Malia Walker, whose three-pointers up off the front iron, no good, but the rebound's cleared off by Emmy Isom, but she promptly throws it away, and up with it now for Elwood is Crawford. She goes to the basket and misses, but she's fouled. That foul goes against Malia Walker, her second, team's 8th. Crawford readies her first free throw. It's up off the back iron, no good. Rebound cleared off by Craig of Daleville. Craig up across the timeline. Now right wing, looking, gets it back out on top to Malia Walker, now to Powler. Powler high left side, working against pressure. Drives left wing, picks up her dribble, looking now, gives it off to Malia Walker at the mid post. Walker gets it back out on top to Isom. Isom's three-pointers up off the back iron, no good. Rebound cleared off by Booker of Elwood. She gets it up to Crawford. Crawford reverses it over to Level, but it goes off her hands and out of bounds. Turnover, Elwood gives the ball back over to the Broncos. 5:18 to play. Broncos lead at 47-34. And with that, the Broncos will take a timeout to talk things over. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Forty-seven, 34 your score. 5:18 to play, quarter number 4. It's Daleville basketball on the near side. Emmy Isom will trigger the ball in bounds. Elwood in a 1-3-1 half-court defense, probably looking to trap some. Craig with it now. Goes high left side to Powler. Powler back to Craig. Craig near side goes down the baseline to Malia Walker, nearly loses it. Finally passes out to Craig and it's knocked out of bounds. Got a whistle. Thought he was going to call a foul at first, and then it looked like he gave a travel signal. We got an injured Panther down on the floor. That is Jaylee Crawford, I believe, who's been handling the point guard duties for the most part. Panther coaching staff taking a look at their injured player. She lifts up her right foot. She's laying prone on the floor. Crawford very slowly and gingerly starts to get up. Appears to be in some pain there. She hobbles off the court. So she looks like she's going to have to come out of the ball game. That's my assumption, at least. And yep, checking in at the scorers table for Elwood is Courtney Todd. The Elwood basketball on the near side. Booker triggers the ball inbounds to Crosby. She goes high near side now to Level. Level penetrates in the lane. Jump shot, skips it over. Three-pointers on the way by Todd. No good. Rebound cleared off by Powler of Daleville. Heather brings the ball up herself. Looking. Goes near side to Craig. Back to Powler on the top. Powler looking. Back to Craig. Craig goes right wing to Malia Walker. Malia looking. Dribbles, picks it up. Now gets it back out on top to Craig. 4:25 to play in the ball game. Craig now looking. She's picked up a dribble and won a 5-second call. And before that can happen, Daleville calls the timeout to keep the turnover from occurring. So we'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, where the Lady Broncos hold a 13-point lead over the Elwood Lady Panthers. 4:20 to go in the ball game. Ashlyn Craig will trigger the ball in bounds on the near side. She goes down right baseline to Malia Walker. Walker in some trouble, got a whistle, and they say apparently she stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Gives the ball back over to Elwood. So another turnover on the Broncos allows the Lady Panthers to cut into this 13-point lead. High near side, Taylor. Taylor lets fly with a three-pointer. It's off, no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Potlar, but they say she stepped on the end line, so the Panthers will retain possession. Booker will trigger the ball in bounds. Goes down inside there to Level, who misses, and we got it loose on the floor. They say it was last touched by Elwood. Gives the ball back over to Daleville. 4:02 to play in the ball game. Broncos hold on that 3-point lead, that 13-point lead. Elwood extends their half-court pressure, and Craig tries to pass it down inside to Vaughts, but it was kicked, I believe. So Broncos will maintain possession. Emmy Isom will trigger the ball in bounds to Craig. Craig working against pressure. High left side. Tries to go down to Isom, but it's knocked away, loose on the floor. Fought for. We got another jump ball call. Broncos will maintain possession. They'll have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Ashlyn Craig will trigger the ball in bounds. Craig tries to get it inside to Voss, but it's knocked out of bounds by Level. So Ashlyn will trigger it in again. Ashlyn looking, gets it into Voss, kicks it out on top to Walker. Walker now between the circles to Potlar. Potlar now on the dribble. Penetrates, backs it back out. Looking. Gives it off to Emmy Isom, high left side. Isom now, near side to Craig. Craig uses the ball screen from Voss. They tried to give and go, but it's stolen away there by Todd. Todd now dribbles into the trap, goes high right side to Level, who nearly throws it away. They skip it back over, and this time they do throw it away as Booker throws it out of bounds. So Daleville will have it. 3:05 to go in the ballgame, leading by 13. Potlar now, high left side. Goes right side to Isom, back to Potlar. High left side, Potlar looking, back to Isom. Isom to Potlar. Potlar loses it. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Elwood, but they're going to get a reach-in foul against Heather Potlar, I believe. And that's her third foul. Ninth foul of the half for Daleville as Hostetler re-enters the lineup for Isom. And also, Potlar goes over to talk to Coach Fouch. First free throw is up and good there by Level. Trims the Bronco lead to 12. Level ready for second free throw. That one's up too hard off the back iron. No good. Rebound's cleared off by Voss. Voss gives it off to Craig. Craig now working against pressure. 40 feet from the basket. Behind the back dribble. Penetrates now. Looking. Dribbles it back out. Craig still on the dribble. Goes to Potlar. Potlar high left wing. Potlar looking at being pressured, skips it out to Walker, goes down inside to Voss. Voss's shot is up and good. So big bucket there by Audrey Voss, bumps the Bronco lead back up to 14. Up with it quickly for Elwood. They try to go to Booker, but Booker loses it. And loose ball's picked up by Hostetler to Walker, back to Hostetler, goes down inside to Potlar. Potlar's shot in the lane is up off the front iron, no good. Rebound cleared off by Elwood, but it's stolen away there by Craig, and they say it's a jump ball. So possession arrow is in the direction of Elwood, so the Lady Panthers will have it. We're under the 2-minute mark. Broncos still lead it by 14. Todd with it across the timeline. Goes high to the near side now to level. Goes down inside to Booker. Booker's shot in the lane is up no good. Rebound finally cleared off there by Powler. Powler gives it off to Ashlyn Craig. Craig across the timeline. Minute 40 to play in the ball game. Powler with it high left side. Powler high left side, or goes left wing to Craig. Now down on the baseline to Hostetler. Back out to Craig. Craig to Powler high right side. She's patient with it on the dribble. Backs it back out. Crossover dribble. She's got to get rid of it soon. Here it goes high post to but has it stolen away. She tried to go high post to Hostetler, but it was stolen away. But then Elwood promptly turns it over as they dribble it out of bounds on the far side. Ashlyn Craig will trigger the ball inbounds for Daleville with a minute 13 to play. Broncos lead it by 14. Powler in the backcourt being pressured. She's pressured by Level. She penetrates, gives it back out to Craig, high left side. Craig being pressured there by Taylor. They skip it across to Powler. Powler patient. We're under a minute to play. Powler on the dribble. Goes down the baseline to Walker. Malia, she's bumped there by Booker. And that, I believe, is the 7th foul against Elwood. Apparently just the 6th foul as Daleville triggers the ball inbounds. Walker with it to Powler. 40 seconds to play. Craig, right wing, shot fake, looks, tries to go down inside the lane, but it's stolen away by Elwood, and taking it the length of the court is Courtney Todd, and her shot's up and no good, but she's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws as she's fouled. Broncos need to do a little bit better job of taking care of the basketball here in the late stages of the ball game. They hold a large enough lead that it's not going to get them in this contest, but there are times later on when these turnovers late in the ball game could hurt. First free throw is up and good there by Todd. Substitution, Crosby enters the lineup for Elwood as Reuter sits down. Todd readies her second free throw, is up. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounds fought for, and we got another jump ball called as it was Voss and Booker who were tied up. Elwood picks up full court man-to-man pressure. Potler's going to trigger the ball in bounds. Looking, gets the ball in bounds to Hostetler, back to Potler. Potler now dribbles up the far sideline across the timeline. 22 seconds to play in the ball game. Potler now being pressured there by Crosby. 17 seconds. Looking, she's picked up her dribble, finally gives it off to Craig. 10 seconds to play in the ball game. Craig with it to Potler. Potler now 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Potler looking, and she's just going to hold on to it as time runs out. Broncos take this contest by the score of 49-36. That is your final score this evening. We'll be back with some final numbers. You're listening to Daleville Lady Bronco basketball on Daleville Athletics. We are back here for the final time at Daleville High School. Look at some scoring totals. First for the visiting Panthers. They were led in scoring by the 13 points of Emily Booker. She was the only Lady Panther in double figures. Jaylee Crawford had 8 points. Claudia Level chipped in with 7. And then there was 2 points by Sherry Taylor, 4 points by Kelsey Reuter, and 1 point each by Courtney Todd and Lexi Crosby. So the Lady Panthers were led in scoring there by the 13 points of Emily Booker, and they had 36 points as a team. Lady Broncos, and kind of the story of the night was the 32 points by Heather Potler. She had 8 2-point field goals, 3 3-point field goals, and was 7 for 7 from the line. So an outstanding night by Heather Potler. And she was the only Bronco in double figures. Mackenzie Walker had 8 points. Audrey Voss had 5 points. Ashton Craig had 4 points. So again, 32 for Potler led the way for the Lady Broncos. Looking at the score by quarters, Daleville led at 11-9 at the end of the first. They outscored Elwood 20-7 in the second quarter to give you a 31-16 halftime lead. Both teams put up 14 points in the third quarter to make it 45-30. And I will say Elwood got it down, I think, to 5 at one point in the third quarter before the Broncos were able to bump it back up to 15. And then low-scoring fourth quarters, Daleville only put up 4 points, but Elwood only had 6 to give you your final tally of 49-36. With the loss, Elwood's record drops to 3-11, and the Broncos bump their record to 8-6. So 2 games over 500 for the Lady Broncos now. The Broncos' next game will be this Thursday evening against the Monroe Central Lady Bears, an outstanding team from over in Randolph County. It will be a Mid-Eastern Conference contest, important game there for the Broncos. That's going to just about do it here from Daleville High School. We'll see you next time. Good evening, everyone.